Hi, Leanne. So thank you so much for booking a reading with me. My name's Nesia. It's very nice to meet you officially, unofficially kind of thing, you know. I'm a fellow fire sign, so it's very exciting to be able to get into your energy because I love, fire. We come with that passion. So I have a lot of pre-downloaded messages for you. But I wanted to start by first off telling you listen to the song Don't by Bryson Tiller. So that was like the pre-downloaded message that I got. A lot of this has to do with relationships, but I feel like I'll get into the notes later. First, I just wanted to pull a couple of cards and get into your energy and then see, because the notes are there, so we'll see how they all tie in. Okay? Excuse me. And Ashe, thank you, Divine Spirits, for allowing us this time and space together. Please allow clear, understandable messages for me to relay to Leanne regarding any questions that she has or whatever she needs to know for her highest good. It's funny because this came out, but it's funny too. And this is part of that song Don't by Bryson Tiller. So anyway, what I was going to say here with snakes in the grass, I was filling this card as I was doing your pre-meditation because I feel like you should get a snake, like a python, or you may have a snake. But it's interesting, that energy, because I know Sagittarius who actually has had a snake for like 20 something years, I want to say. So okay, we'll get into that energy later, but these are just like my own cards. I was just trying to shuffle really quickly to see what pre-downloaded messages I can give you. Maybe I will just read some of these. So it's saying what I got right off the bat is generosity. This says, I'd rather argue with you than to be by myself. So there's a lot of generosity here. I feel like there's a need for discipline, consistency, and you despise people trying to control you, or you want to take the lead because you're really smart. You have a lot of information, like wisdom. So it's not just smart, it's like you're insightful. Traveling is your best friend. And if you can find a companion to travel with, even better. Like, don't let them go. That's the person for you. I feel like, so it says, what do we really want? By asking the right questions, we find simple answers. Okay, so your ruling planet is Jupiter, and that represents expansion and also the generosity. I got for a stone for you, sapphire, amethyst, and turquoise are like your natural stones, but I feel for you it's going to be sapphire. So I got the message of is saying piercing and defeating desires, the way to clear away barriers and to succeed. Okay, so they were talking about the archer. That's what the Sagittarius sign is. They shoot their arrows. So it told me a story of Hercules trying to defeat this flock of birds that was taking over this area, and how he was basically trying to shoot his arrows at them and stuff. But what he actually wound up doing was creating a noise, like hitting a bong or a bell. Hitting a bong. That's funny because I'm actually about to spark up myself. But hitting this really loud bell, and the noise and the vibration of the noise was like so loud that the birds flew away, never to return. So I almost feel like that's a stand your ground energy, or like standing in your power of knowledge or wisdom, where you're not so easily swayed by other people's opinion, because it's almost like you walk to the beat of your own drum is the energy I'm getting. So I see here there's like a continual consumption of all desires, and it's saying that you offer hope during the greatest adversity. So I feel like you're a really great person to have in like in the pocket or in the corner, like not in the corner, not literally like that. But like, you know how they say like I keep this person in the pocket, meaning like it's like that ride or die, or like they're the ones that you want to be. I feel like a Sagittarius would be the ones that would be like in prison next to you. You know, type of energy, like tell like reliving the story of how fucked up that situation was, but like they're not gonna be like the ones it's not to say that you wouldn't bail somebody out, but it's not like they're not gonna watch you get arrested by yourself. They're gonna be getting arrested with you, and y'all gonna be in a cell together, you know. So it's like that type of energy, like clowning everybody and talking shit, you know. Really, really good. And like a friend is basically what I'm getting at. But more, it's like a lot of loyalty behind the energy. All right. So I wanted to tell you your life path number is 5 is, and it's interesting was about to say this. Your life path number is 1. So your month and day break down to 5, and your year breaks down to 5, which breaks down, like it goes to 10 and breaks back down to 1, right? So for you, I get the numbers 1, 155, and 515. And then it's like something about 4. I feel like something within the next 4 years is really about to like happen. But I know that's like such a vague statement. But I feel like it's 2000. It's like the energy of 2027 when you're 27, when somebody, because I don't know if you're dating somebody that was 29, like 2 years older than you. There's a 2 to 4 years age gap or something. But that's the energy that I'm getting here too. So your ideal type of person, it's basically saying it's going to be somebody that's like a photographer or painter, somebody that brings purpose. Like you guys kind of are on the same mission throughout life, and they're going to be like a soulmate to you because they're going to come off first as like a friend, like that person that's going to end up in jail with you. Not to say you guys are going in jail, but just understand like the metaphor of the story. But basically it's that person that like either you meet at the gym or while you're doing some sort of work, like whatever you do for work. I feel like this person does that too. And it's like, especially if you're working within your passion, when you find, and that may be that thing that's going to happen within the next like 2 to 4 years as well. Because it's 29. I get the number 29 as well. And I know right now you're 27, or you could be turning 28. I'm not really sure, but well, I do have your birthday, but anyway, that 2 to 4 year gap is what I'm getting. So right now I feel like there's a need to concentrate on, okay, there's a lot of different things. Forgiveness and healing, but partner in crime, boss, athletic model, mixed popularity. They live in like a well area, like a high class area, I want to say. But there's like a black and white aspect to this, whether it's like a mixed, like people can be mixed race, whether it's like you're black, they're white, they're black, you're white type of deal, or like black and white meaning like coming from 2 different sides, polarities. That's like the energy around it. This is your soulmate I'm referring to as well. So it's like I get the energy of how it's going to start is this is going to be somebody that's like going to call you and they didn't mean to call and they're going to hang up. I get the energy of like you're always around each other, so you hear each other's thoughts, like, and that's how you know that they're the one for you, is because you're just so connected, and like you're always thinking about them and they're always thinking about you, and anytime you start to think about them, they're thinking about you too at that moment. Okay, so right now I get the energy too, you're not letting people in. I also get the energy around a gym, whether like you're the model or athletic, because I get Sagittarius are very good at sports and stuff too. But something to do with like a magazine, press, news, but a muse, like you're like this person's muse. You're gonna become their muse, whether it's they're the photographer, the painter, that's the energy that I'm getting here. And with that being said, let's pull a couple of cards. So I know you asked about, like, I don't know if you're currently in a situation or if you were asking about like an ex or something. But I get the energy of you're either with this person now, meaning like you're in the situation now, or you're about to come into it. Because you're either in a really tough situation with that song, Don't. The song that I told you listen to. You're coming out of a really tough situation, like that you were really like tied to, heartfelt. Like it's been a struggle to move on from. But I feel like the person that we're talking about that's going to create more expansion for you, you haven't met them yet because you haven't you haven't overcome this last relationship. And this is like a divine timing thing where it's not going to happen. You're not going to meet this person until you're ready to meet this person, because it's like certain parts of you need to heal first because you're closed off. Your heart chakra's closed off. You're not letting people in right now. I feel like friendships and things are acceptable, and that's how you're going to meet this person. Like, they're going to be a friend first. Like, it's somebody that's a friend already, or somebody that you already have this with that brings this happiness. And dolphins. Okay, so it's Sagittarius. You guys don't like control, or you don't like to be controlled. You don't like to be caged either. You're very free spirits. So I need some water. Hold on. Drink your water, Sagittarius. Leanne, drink your water. Okay, that feels way better. My throat chakra. So I feel like you need to communicate. Maybe there's something not being said in this relationship, which is why it hasn't come to its conclusion yet. But I feel the energy there. I'd rather argue than to be by myself. That card came out, right? Because I'm looking at it. I feel like that is the energy. There's something here that it's like you're not willing to let go, even though you know that this isn't it. I wondered if it was a Capricorn, your ex. And it's interesting, I was getting that energy, but if not a Capricorn, I feel like Scorpio. So someone either born in January, I feel like they're born in like the cold, or like the like, all right, so November, or this is your current, so I don't even know, you know, of course, but or whoever we're talking about, they have this energy, so of either the Capricorn or Scorpio. So it's funny because I actually kind of want to check your message to see, but I really want to ask about new love, so I'm just gonna intuitively go there, because I feel like if we focus on the situation you're currently in too long, it's going to keep you stuck in the same cycle. And that's what we were trying to break out of. It's forgiving yourself so that you can move on. It's not even about your partner at this time. All right. Ashe. And thank you, Divine Spirit. Clear messages for Leanne, please. One card. Okay. One card. All right. What have we been talking about, right? So your card is going forward. And the bottom of the deck. I swear, man, I can't make this shit up. You saw me shuffle. All right, going forward. That's great energy. As I said, do not get stuck on the past. Like, I almost feel the energy of like, if things didn't work out, please believe it was for a reason. You should never have to fight for love. You should never have to argue, or like that's more of a reflection of growing that needs to be done when you're still in that mindset, or when somebody's triggering you or triggering certain things to come out of you. It's realizing that there's things within you that haven't healed yet. And even though it may be hard to see, because the thing about partnerships too, they can tend to be a reflection of ourselves, and it's a lot easier to see something in somebody else, and that's why you have that partner, because they're there to reflect something about you. And you may not like want to make that connection, but a lot of times we bond based off of those types of ties. So I don't know if you've heard of like karma or karmic relationships, but karma is just about lessons. Karma's either, I mean, everybody, and it's, everything's getting like flooded too with like aware, like people coming into different awarenesses and ascending to, you know, higher levels of knowing and being and stuff. So karma isn't ever about like wishing bad or wanting like something bad to happen to somebody, because when you do that, you're attracting that energy to yourself. It's what you're putting out, right? So when you refer to karma, it's more of like you have to think about it as getting that chance to like right a wrong, whether it be through like a situation, a text message, like just grasping any chance to like really like come from that heart space of intention. And that's where I think I said it too. It was what do we really want? By asking the right questions, we find simple answers. If you really want love, if you really want partnership, maybe that's the questions you should be asking within the partnership, and finding a way to like refocus yourself back to that energy. Because this is the energy I feel like is going on right now. Like you two are arguing because there's a lot of assumptions being made, not a lot of communication. As I said with the throat chakra. But going forward, I'm going to send you a picture of this so that you can also reflect and take these messages forward. Because I know when I channel, it's kind of hard for me to read, so forgive me. Okay, so going forward, it says grassy hills. And let me hold this up so that you can see the card as I'm reading it. So grasses are the most abundant families of plants on the earth. From the earliest days of human history, grasses have played an important role in life. We eat grasses. Oak, barley, and wheat are kinds of grasses. They have thatched our roofs with it, fed our animals with it, and walked on it, had picnics on it, and made love on it. Its matrix of roots prevent erosion, and its lush, rapid growth produces volumes of oxygen. Grasses are one of the world's most significant food sources. Grass in the past times has symbolized growth, productivity, prosperity, new ideas, and fulfillment. So the sacred landscape wants you to know, when you're receiving this card, fertility, productivity, love, health, abundance, and fulfillment are ahead for you. Things are growing and expanding in your life. Keep going forward. Sometimes it may be easy to be distracted by what's occurring around you, but this card indicates that it is important to not let anything hold you back by increasing the bounty in your life. Step up and know that your needs will be taken care of. Your life is escalating and intensifying in the best possible way for your highest good. Oh, wow. Look at what the next... I have to read this because it's right here. Wow. Talk about synchronicity, right? All right, simmering sunshine. Our sun is the center of our solar system. Our planet and our lives revolve around it in cycles of light and dark. Our inner and outer biological rhythms, as well as the rhythms of every inanimate and inert part of our life, are ruled by the celestial force. In the far past, the sun has been thought of as a god. Traditionally, it has been associated with happiness, joy, hope, enlightenment, illumination, truth, clever, warmth, goodwill. Additionally, sunlight is an expansive force. Expansion, that's the theme of your reading. All right, when something is heating up by the light of the sun, it enlarges. Without the energy of the sun, that reminds me, Jupiter is your ruling planet, which is the largest planet in the solar system, besides the sun, of course, but that's like a star. So anyway, it enlarges. Without the energy of the sun, things contract. The sun carries the deepest energy of expansion in life. So to receive this card is to know that you are expanding. The sacred landscape wants you to know, click your heels and shout for joy. The signs are with you. Let your light shine. Abounding good luck awaits you. A gateway is opening for more joy and happiness. Your life is expanding. Opportunities are emerging. This is the time to go forward with glee. Love deeply and fully. Embrace life with open arms. Goodness is flowing to you. And the only thing to be aware of is to monitor your expansion in a metered way. Too much too fast can be overwhelming. Exactly. All right. So I want to pull a couple of tarot for you. And then we'll close it out maybe with a couple of my cards and go from there. Oh no, we'll do some romance angels. So let's start there. We're only at 21 minutes, so we got more time. I love the longer readings. I get to like do more and be more insightful and give you a little bit more to think about. So I just got the or I wanted to say the peacock. You should look up that animal. I feel like that's either going to be the energy of your partner, like your future partner to come. Something about the peacock, or you may identify with it. Divine Spirit. Oh, okay. Well, these flew right out. I did see 7 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. This is standing your ground. Didn't we start there? That's interesting. So this would be standing your ground in another tarot deck, but this is 7 of Wands. This is like coming from a place of victory and standing in that space. So like understanding your power even, and standing in that space of like knowledge and wisdom, and like holding your ground in that area, or like holding that space. So not being swayed. I'm gonna have to change this view because I want you to be able to see these cards. So let me clear my table off a little bit. All right. Maybe try this. Sorry, this is a new thing for me, and I don't want to like knock everything over by doing this. Let me see. Nope. Sorry, hold on. Oh. I'm sorry.